So good day everyone. Today we'll discuss about the Baroque churches and lighthouses in the Philippines. So to start, the Philippines is home to remarkable examples of Spanish colonial heritage. Baroque churches, adapted into the earthquake Baroque style, and Spanish-era lighthouses were built not only as symbol of faith and navigation but also as testament to resilience against natural calamities. So the objective of this presentation is to explore the historical background of Baroque churches and Spanish-era lighthouses. It also to identify unique architectural features and local adaptations. It also to represent case studies of selected churches and lighthouses. Number 1, we have our San Agustin Church in Manila. It was completed in 1607. San Agustin Church is the oldest stone church in the Philippines. It has survived wars and earthquakes, symbolizing Filipino resilience. It was recognized as the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here are the real example of the San Agustin Church. Ito po yung pinuntahan namin nung may time pa kami. So, here are the pictures. There. And then, nag-take din kami ng videos sa loob ng church. Hindi namin na video yung church mismo kasi at that time, may kinakasal. So, the other parts na lang po ng church yung na video. And also, we have San Agustin Church in Paway, Ilocos Norte. It was built in 1719. Paway Church is famous for its massive buttresses designed to withstand earthquakes. Its earthquakes Baroque style highlights the fusions of European design and local adaptation. We also have the Miagao Church in Iloilo. It was constructed in 1787. Miagao Church features a unique facade decorated with native flora and fauna. Its design reflects both religious influence and local identity. And lastly, we have the Santa Maria Church in Ilocos Sur. It was established in 1765. Santa Maria Church is built on a hilltop, serving both as place of worship and fortress. Its elevated location demonstrates strategic adaptation to its environment. So we have the actual footage of the Santa Maria Church in Ilocos Sur. So we have the unique architectural features and local adaptations. We have earthquake Baroque, fortresses like walls and buttresses, local materials such as coral stone, adobe, bricks, and wood. We also have the distinct facade, wide frontispieces, triangular pediments, detached bell towers. We have local motifs, the tropical plants, fruits, and folk symbols. Buttresses and volutes, the structural plus the decorative. We have the plazas and conventos, community centers. And lastly, we have the adapted interiors, wide naves, painted ceilings, and ornate retablos.
Next is Spanish colonial lighthouses. The other term of lighthouse is faro or faro. Faro is a complex lighthouse usually located on top of the hill containing the lighthouse tower, the pavilion, and the storage and kitchen. It is intended to provide readily available light that will guide sea vessel navigation and keep ships and other vessels from potential hazard. Next is almacen. Almacen is a storage room, the building where things are stored for the lighthouse. This building is intended for storing combustible fuel equipment and other implements. Next is pavilion or pavilion. an elevated structure which contains the office and the living quarters of the keepers. Next is linterna or lantern, a room above the tower which houses the lighthouse's lens with glass-framed windows all around. Next is the veranda, an open space in front of the building, usually covered and often provided with perimeter opticang Fresnel or optica de Fresnel, or the Fresnel lens, an optic unit based on the design principles of Agustin Fresnel with lens that intensifies brightly and narrows concentrated light. Next one is ilaw ng paro, lighthouse light. The lighting equipment comprised of lamp and lens that gives and distributes concentrated light in a lighthouse. Next is prisma or prism, a transparent object with two non-parallel planes at its end and is used to bend the beam of light. Next one is the taas ng pokal, altura focal or focus plane, the height above the base of the tower or from the sea level where the center of the beam of light, parapet or parapeto, a walkway around the lantern which is protected by railings. Next is ventilation or ventilation, an opening either permanent or operable in the floor, interior wall, ceiling, or roof to allow fresh air inside the structures and keep off heat build up in the interiors. Next is cupola, a domed structure usually with a circular base intended as ceiling or roof. Bintanang salamin, crystal, or glass pane, the framed glass used as wall enclosure for the lighthouse's lantern. Lastly is the torre or tower, the tall and slender structure often of masonry or steel, which houses the lantern on its topmost level. Now let's talk about the different type of lighthouses here in the Philippines. First one is the Malabrigo Point Lighthouse in Batangas. It is circular stone tower. They use white limestone, giving it a bright, striking appearance against the sea. Malabrigo Point Lighthouse is a Victorian influence, notable for its simple yet elegant iron lantern and cast iron staircase. It is durable because of the coral stone masonry reflects Batangas vernacular materials. The second lighthouse is the Cape Bojador Lighthouse from Ilocos Norte. It is octagonal brick tower built of locally fired red bricks, giving it a distinct Ilocano character. It is located on top of a hill in Burgos, maximizing visibility across the West Philippine Sea. It is Spanish colonial detailing, arch windows, thick masonries, and the materials they use is bricks instead of stones. Pero dahil na rin sa katagalan nito is rumurupok na rin, kaya hindi na pumapayag yung mga locals or mga tagabantay na pumunta sa tuktok or maakyat yung lighthouse. And ito yung actual picture niya. Medyo pasira na siya pero nagiging tourist spot pa rin naman. And gumagana pa rin yung ilaw niya. Ginagamit pa rin siya ng mga locals. And the third one is Corregidor Lighthouse in Cavite. It is quadrilateral tower, a square tower design which differs from the more common circular or octagonal forms. Centrally located on Corregidor Island, blending strategic defense and maritime safety. It is originally built in 1953, later rebuilt after World War II, combining historic stonework with reinforced concrete adaptations. Next one is Capones Island Lighthouse from Zambales. Tall masonry tower, a 60-foot brick and stone structure notable for its vertical emphasis. The style is Italianate style ornamentation. It is arch windows and masonry detailing shows European stylistic influence. And lastly is the Cape Engaflo Lighthouse in Cagayan. It is hilltop setting built on promontory overlooking Palay Island, emphasizing harmony with the natural landscape. It is rustic stone construction, utilizes locally sourced stone blocks, blending with the environment and ensuring durability. Simple neoclassic details, minimalistic ornamentation focusing on functionality rather than elaborate decoration. Keepers quarters integration. The lighthouse complex includes of residences and storerooms showing the self-sufficient planning typical of remote Spanish station. And that's all. Thank you.